right, guys, welcome to AdLeaks Episode 3.
Go dummy, go beast. Oh no.
This is where we cover the week in review from January 9th to January 16th. And once again, I want to thank Dino Panopoulos for doing these amazing weekend reviews. Without this, it would not be possible, so thank you. Next, I want to give a special thank you to all of you out there for watching and being part of the community. I absolutely love you guys, and I'm excited to meet more and more of you in person as we throw in more and more in-person events. Just a reminder to everybody to check out the unit section, okay? It's in the navigation in the group. There's hundreds of videos and great posts in there. A lot of you don't even know it exists. So make sure you check out the unit section. All right, so just a reminder to follow us on Instagram and YouTube, okay? We've just made the YouTube channel. We're posting a lot of great content on there, so please follow us there. And final reminder here, if you are not an AdLeaks member already, please go to joinadleaks.com to sign up to get access to over 500 how-tos, tutorials, mini courses, case studies, and a lot more, including all the posts from this video that I talk about.
And now, a message from our sponsor.
Okay team, Facebook ads, give me an update. Pay attention people.
In the world of digital marketing, it's easy to get overwhelmed.
I'm overwhelmed.
Our digital marketing experts work with companies of all sizes to grow their revenue online. Thanks. We're your outsourced CMO. Month to month, no long-term commitment, we can manage one service, your entire digital business, or anything in between. Because if we can help these kids succeed, imagine what we can do for you. Visit hawkmedia.com today to get your free marketing consultation.
All right, guys, so just a reminder here, if you have not seen it now, AdLeaks Episode 1 and Episode 2 have dropped, so please go check those out. They are in the unit section under AdLeaksTV units. Next reminder, my last Australia Mastermind ever, okay, is coming up in just a few weeks in Melbourne, Australia. If you live in Australia or New Zealand or anywhere near there, this is your last chance to come to one of my masterminds, where we cover 2 days of advanced Facebook ads, landing pages, conversion rate optimization, bidding strategies, creatives, and so much more, okay? So go to timbird.com to sign up for that, and I'll see you there.
Fire 'em up! Brace yourself! Let's go!
All right, so now just a little bit of industry news for you guys. This post was by Alex Steele, okay? It's about Facebook is testing tiered comments, okay? I've been waiting for tiered comments for years. I don't know about you guys. If you guys don't know what that means, it's like you can have a comment and when someone replies, it's indented there. Now you can reply to that comment and that will be a new thread as well, which is super cool, right? All right, this next post was shared by Nicholas Harvey. It's about all the Reddit pixel updates, okay? And Reddit, their pixel was pretty old, just like Facebook's was many years ago. So this new pixel update, okay, one, it's more accurate. It tracks 8 event types. It now supports first-party cookies, which means it's gonna be a lot more accurate for tracking, okay? And it now can be used properly with Google Tag Manager, and it has smarter optimizations or better machine learning built in, which is super cool. So if you haven't tried Reddit yet, now's a good time to get started. This next post is about an upcoming Facebook webinar on artificial intelligence and machine learning, okay? This post was shared by Mickey Barkheimer. Again, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. In October, Facebook hosted an event called AI in Action, okay, which brought together agencies and Facebook product experts to talk about how artificial intelligence and machine learning driven systems maximize efficiency and outcomes. Now you can get the same content virtually in an upcoming webinar by Facebook, okay? You can expect to hear more about the levels of liquidity across placement, audience, budget, and creatives, tips on improving your signal health, including advanced matching, case studies that highlight how brands and agencies are seeing success using AI-driven systems, right? And Facebook's commerce vision and roadmap, and how you can embrace the opportunity it presents, okay? Hurry and sign up to the event. It is January 29th at 9:30 a.m., which is just in a day or two here. So there's a link above the post here, so make sure you sign up for that. All right, this next post by Depeche is Facebook gamification for agencies, okay? This is a really great post, so thank you, Depeche, for sharing this. Basically, if you're a Facebook marketing partner, you're gonna be rewarded with ad credit for growing your business manager ad spend, okay? Facebook is finally giving back to us advertisers, so thank you, Facebook. Really appreciate that, all right? Now, in quotes here, from the post, in order to unlock advertiser promotional offers, your business manager's qualified spend should grow more than 5% quarter over quarter, okay? The opt-in window for promotional offers will begin in April 2020 for qualifying partners. Starting in April 2020, qualifying advertisers of qualifying premium agencies earn coupons as evaluated by amount spent, okay, which includes feed and stories placements. The coupon amount will be calculated as 20% of the amount spent and have a max limit of $10,000 per quarter per ad account, okay? So that's really cool. We're gonna be able to get money back from Facebook to use as testing spend, whatever you wanna do, but that's really cool and I really appreciate that, Facebook. So if anybody out there watching from Facebook, thank you. All right, this next post was by none other than David O'Connell, okay? And this is about the mandatory CBO launch potentially being pushed back to March. So rumors from reps are saying that the February push for CBO is going to be pushed back to March. That's getting nothing but smiles from me. I am really loving ad set budgets, so I'm personally hoping they push CBO back as far as possible. So now we're going to get into some of these video posts, okay, which are a lot of times my favorite posts of the week. This first one is by Marty Marion, okay? This is the part 2 of SEO on Fire. This one was all about keywords, okay? So part 2 in the series, again, there's so much in this video. It's almost a half hour long, but definitely watch this if you want to learn all about the role that keywords play in SEO, all about search queries, the Google Ads auction, competition, short versus long keywords, and so much more. It was so much content in there, so thanks, Marty, for that. We really appreciate it. This next post was about Google Analytics, okay, setup and channel grouping, part 1, okay, by none other than our own Justin Brenner. So we've seen a lot of questions in the group lately related to Google Analytics and attribution. So Justin filmed a quick video on how to set up analytics and, more importantly, build out your channel groupings in preparation for traffic, okay? This will prep the stage for Google attribution and how to keep your Google channel groupings clean and how to leverage custom segments and reporting within analytics. Long story short, this is how you make more money, okay, by using Google Analytics and attribution properly to know where your money is being the best spent, okay? Next, we have Google Ads for e-commerce in 2020, okay? This is a nice short video, 9 minutes by Vincent. And if you followed the trends of 2018 and 2019, okay, there are some things that will likely play out in 2020, according to Vincent. Calling it the Great Migration from Facebook to Google Ads platform, for example. Also, why smart marketers and brands won't only rely on Google's smart bidding strategies to grow their business, and why marketers need to look at much more than just ROAS to know how your business is doing and how to grow your business. This also has a lot of Vincent's predictions for Google Ads in 2020. Thanks, Vincent. I really love the video. Keep sharing more. All right, this next video was one of my favorites, maybe my favorite from the entire week, actually. It's about how you can learn a lot from political Facebook ads by Maxwell Finn, okay? And for those of you guys that don't know Maxwell, he's super smart, and I recommend you watch all of his content. So there's a lot you can learn from political Facebook ads, right? Of course, not all the candidates are doing it right. In fact, many of them are doing it wrong, okay? But in every major election, there's typically been major marketing innovations that happen. Bloomberg got into the race just recently and spent almost $1 million in one day on Facebook ads after hiring the ex-Facebook CMO. Max shows us how to see how much has been spent, how many ads have been actively running, how much they're testing, and so much more. I highly, highly, highly recommend you watch this video. It's well worth the 15 minutes or so, okay? All right, this next post was by Jeremy Sunny. It was about how Facebook is making updates to the custom audience lists and privacy options, okay? Rob Leathern, maybe I'm mispronouncing that. He's the director of product at Facebook, and he dropped a bombshell on those of us that use custom audience lists, okay? What they're doing is they're making some big changes that will let people both opt out of your custom audience list as well as opt in to exclusionary lists. This is a big change that's rolling out quick. In this post, he runs through both Facebook's announcement, Rob's personal clarification on Twitter, and finally talk through a few potentially problematic scenarios. My personal opinion on this is that it's not going to really impact much. People users on Facebook don't really seem to know how to use these opt-out and privacy tools properly. So I don't personally see this affecting us marketers that much. But I appreciate the post, and there was some good insight in there. So thank you, Jeremy. This next one was how and why to store email and phone data, okay, in ManyChat system fields by Rutger Toll. Rutger shares amazing content all about messenger bots and more. I definitely recommend you check it out. This post was a great walkthrough, and it was kind of an over-the-shoulder style video, so you can see this, exactly what he's doing. And it shows he makes this complicated process look super easy. And with SMS ability coming to ManyChat soon, you definitely want to start grabbing people's phone numbers and be able to automate SMS. Great share, Rutger. Really appreciate it. Everyone should watch this video for sure. This next post I really, really loved. It was super short, only 2 minutes, by Marius Dupreez. Great post. How to target your friends list and show them ads. I absolutely loved this. It's only 2 minutes long, and I don't want to give away this stupidly simple, like, why didn't I think of that method? So watch the video. This video allows you to target people from your personal friends list on Facebook ads. You have to be an AdLeaks member to see this one, all right? So click the link above to check it out. Again, if you're not an AdLeaks member, go to joinadleaks.com and sign up, okay? For AdLeaks Platinum, which is our highest tier, it's only 99 bucks a month. If you're spending even a little bit of money on ads every month, it more than pays for itself. This next post was by Joshua Chin, okay? It was about with email, how to drive 5 times more revenue per recipient with just 3 list segmentation ideas. This is a great post on how and why to segment your email lists that will dramatically improve your bottom line. Things like customers who opened your emails X number of times within the last 30 days, for example. Or segments based on which products or product types they viewed, added to cart, or purchased. Right? Also price sensitivity. You can segment customers that bought during your sale and only during your sale, as these customers are going to be highly price sensitive, and then you can mail them in the future while you're having a sale, right? You can also segment by customer lifetime value to increase your lifetime value even more with VIP discounts and special promotions just for them. This alone can dramatically improve your revenue from email, okay? All right, this next one was a public service announcement by none other than Justin Brenner, all right? Never be directly added to a client's page via the admin, all right? I've had this happen to me in the past too, okay? So long story short, do not have the client add you as an admin on the page directly, or you could risk losing your page and advertising access forever, okay? Justin learned this the hard way after a month of time, lawyers, federal court, contacting Congress, $37,000 in fees, and tons of money in lost sales, okay? Long story short, make sure your business manager is added as a partner to the client's business manager when getting access to their page. Nice and simple, do it the way you're supposed to do it and you won't have any problems, all right? This next post actually is gonna be of a great interest to a lot of you out there, I believe. This is how account standing actually works from a Facebook rep by Ruben Schechter. And this is direct from Ruben's rep in Singapore. So you have 3 account standings, all right? You have green, which means you're in great standing and you're gonna get much faster, if not instant ad approvals. Then you have the yellow standing, which means average standing, but has been prone to the odd disapproval here and there. Keep out of trouble for a while to get back into the good standing in green. And then you might have slower approval times while you're in yellow, okay? Now red, you now have 3 strikes until you receive an ad account ban. These can be triggered by a lot of disapprovals in a short time window, which is surprisingly easy to do. For the big spenders out there with reps, you can actually ask your rep to make a case to the policy team, and they're able to just flick a switch and put your account back into good standing. Also, just a reminder, this is something that I have been saying for years, but it bears repeating. When you get random ads disapproved that have been running for ages, a lot of times it can be due to the policy updates they make every 6 months. They retroactively start banning ads that are 6 months old. So please delete the ads that you're no longer using that are 6 months old or less even. Just delete the ads once you're done with them. Otherwise, you do risk getting banned in the future when they update something for policy, okay? This has happened to me. Highly recommend just delete ads when you're done with them. You can still see the data when you change the filter to archived. You can still see the data, so you're not losing data. All right, this next post was crushing a 7.5 ROAS using the trip consideration feature on Ecom, okay, by Scott Seward. This was a great post on how Scott and his team took a travel luggage brand on as a client and took them from a 2.5 ROAS, okay, to 7.5
Whoa.
ROAS simply by turning the trip consideration feature on, all right, which is just a little checkbox, nothing crazy, right? It is absolutely amazing, a very insightful post and a great case study. I actually really enjoyed reading this, Scott, so thank you for sharing. And all of you, if you have anything to do with like the travel industry, you should definitely read this post, okay? So this last post I want to go over was honestly like, this is probably my favorite post actually from the whole week. This is like a mega value bomb, okay?
Mega value bomb.
TikTok influencer strategy for increased sales by Jordan Stevenson. Honestly, if you don't read this post immediately, you're seriously missing out, okay? Jordan found and describes a way to leverage influencer marketing on TikTok for a tiny fraction of the price it costs anywhere else to 5x sales for his brand. So this is seriously brilliant and something you should be doing yesterday and something I'm literally going to start implementing tomorrow. So thank you for the amazing share, Jordan. I don't want to share it. I don't want to share it in here, so it goes wider than AdLeaks. But everyone in AdLeaks, you need to read this post. This will make you more money like instantly. Okay, this was brilliant. Really can't stress that enough. Now we're going to get to a few questions from you AdLeakers. Okay. All right, guys. Now little Q&A time. Okay. We're going to answer a few questions from the post that I dropped a few days ago with AdLeaks episode 2. I told you guys to ask questions in the comments. Now we're going to answer those questions as promised. The first question comes from David Gordon. All right, his question is, what do your exclusions look like in your top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel, okay? And how do you split the bottom of funnel up, all right? So what I like to do personally is top of funnel is going to be straight cold traffic. Basically exclude all video viewers, all visitors, all engagers. This should be strictly cold traffic, all right? Then in middle of funnel, you should be targeting only people who engaged and people who watched your video, okay? But you should be excluding all visitors. Then I use bottom of funnel typically for strictly visitors, which means that I exclude video viewers and engagers and do only visitors, okay? So that's typically how I like to do it. Then he asked, how do you split up the bottom of funnel? Like 1 to 3 day or 7 to 10 day or whatever. It really depends on how much traffic. So for those of you guys that are not running like boatloads of traffic, you don't want to split up your bottom of funnel audiences that much. You don't want to do like a 1 day audience and a 3 day audience and a 7 day audience because there's just not enough people in each group. But as you grow your store or your business or whatever, and you have and you have maybe 100 people in the last day instead of only 10 people in the last day to target, then it's a different story. So then you want to break it up more. So anyway, long story short, if you're not doing that much volume, then I would just break it into maybe a 7 day, a 14 day, a 30 day, and maybe like a 90 day, something like that. If you are doing big volume, then you're going to want to do maybe like a 1 day, 3 day, 7 day, 14 day, 30 day, 45 day, 60 day, and 90 day. Okay, maybe even a 180 day, depending, but kind of treat that as cold, basically. But hopefully that answers your question. This next question comes from none other than Denard Crawford. He says, how are you increasing your clients' AOV? Great question. There's a number of ways to increase AOV. One of them, surprisingly enough, is just to make your website faster, okay? The faster your website is, the longer people stay on it and the more likely they are to order and order more. So speed up your site. Next, offer bundles. Go into your reporting and find what products people are buying separately. And if you see a correlation where a lot of people are buying, this specific product and this specific product, make a bundle where they can get those two products together for a slight discount. This will increase your AOV. Try adding a one-click upsell, all right? Try adding, buy one, get one, or buy two, get one kind of deals. Bulk deals, stuff like that. That kind of stuff can really make a big difference in your AOV. Also, consider adding higher end products. If most of your products are maybe, let's say $20 to $50, put out some products that are $75 to $100. People that have bought from you a few times before are likely to try the higher end products, okay? You don't have to only have one specific. If your products are already $100, try putting out some $200 or $300 products. Some people will buy them, and that will increase your AOV right there, all right? All right, this next question is by Theo Leone. He said, you talked about some media buyers lacking analytical skills. Can you tell us what it means to actually be a good analytical person? further than just from knowing what the acronyms stand for. Like, what are the mistakes a non-analytical person often makes? So what does it mean to be a good analytical person? It means, one, you don't mind looking at a lot of spreadsheets and stuff, okay? It means that you enjoy looking at data to make more money from it. If you don't get an ads manager and mess with your reporting and or don't pull any of your stats into spreadsheets, and you aren't looking at breakdowns of age and gender and placement and things like this, if you're not looking at any of that and you don't care about it, then you're probably not a very analytical person. Maybe you're spending more time on your creatives and stuff, okay, which can definitely make a big difference in your campaigns. But to be analytical, you need to be looking at all these reports. You can find a lot of insight when you see that, for example, maybe men age 18 to 24, you're spending a lot of money on them, but they're not converting. So if you're not diving into your reporting, I would say you're probably not an analytical person, but that doesn't mean you can't be, okay? Start looking at your report. Start looking at the breakdowns. These are the kind of things that you can get really good insight from, all right? Hopefully that answers your question. This last couple questions comes from Ben Davenport. He says, number one, do you exclude view contents from top of funnel ad sets? The answer is yes. I answered this kind of on a previous question, but I do exclude typically all visitors from top of funnel, okay? Number two, how do you introduce new creatives into previously successful ad sets where the creative is now fatiguing? Great question. If the creative is fatiguing, typically my first step is going to be to just dupe the creative and pause the old one, if you will. Sometimes that gives you a temporary boost. Now, if that doesn't work, then I would be introducing new creatives, okay? And what I simply do is, if the old creatives aren't doing super bad and they're just not doing great, then I'll leave them on and put the new creative in there and dupe it a few times, okay? So it has a better chance of getting delivery, okay? Now, if it either doesn't get delivery or not much delivery, or your old creatives are just not doing great at all and they're negative, then I just pause all the old creatives in the ad set and just put the new creatives in there. Simple as that, okay? And make sure you do a couple duplicates as well to give them a better chance, okay, for success. Question three, are you using dynamic creatives in your scaling campaigns? The answer is yes and no. In some of the scaling, I found that it seems to be easier for me to just have like regular creatives and not dynamic creatives. It's easier in the reporting. For some of the pixel events, like purchase, for example, you can see breakdowns when you break down your dynamic creative. But for example, like start trial or some of the other pixel events, you can't see breakdowns in the dynamic creative breakdown in Ads Manager. So then I won't use them because without those breakdowns, it's very difficult to optimize. So the answer is sometimes, basically. All right, that's all the questions we have for today, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed. This has been episode 3 of AdLeaksTV. You stay classy, ad leakers.